So what's up everybody, this is going to be a video about the devils of the 𝚲𝚙𝚎𝚑𝚝 and what I think will happen moving forward. Also, why I think Lucius wanted Lucifero's heart. So let's get into this. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, like, comment. I read the comments. Check out the second channel. I focus on One Piece and Boruto. Like I said before, bear with me. I'm trying my best to catch up with those mangas. I'm going to be more active on the Discord. That way you guys can recommend ideas for a video that you guys want me to do. So with the Devils of the 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝, it was very interesting to see how the last arc ended. We thought that the 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝 was at least going to open to a certain level. We thought we were going to see maybe up to the third level, but we only got to the second level and then Lucifero came out. It was a plot twist that was unexpected but also expected in the same way if you think about it, because that arc basically showed all the light triad, which from Reddit and a lot of community theories have put together is that Yuno, Asta, and Noel are the light triad, Dante, Xenon, and Ivanica are the dark triad. So we saw that basically the light triad all have family members that died because of either the dark triad or the devil that's possessing the dark triad member. Basically the dark triad family is the reason why Yuno lost his father. We saw that Lucifero, who possesses Dante, is the reason why Asta's mother is no longer living and why Asta doesn't have a mother. He does have sister Lily, but that's not his real mother. That's just a weird obsession, which is funny because doesn't she have water magic and Noel has a water magic? I just noticed that. And speaking of Noel, her mother died because of Ivanica and Magicla ended up making Noel's mom lose her life. So we saw that there's a connection with all those three. They all had a connection to either the dark triad or a devil that was possessing one of the dark triad members. So we saw basically glimpses of the underworld in Libe's flashback, but we didn't really see the underworld to its entirety. We saw a lot of low-ranking devils to mid-ranking devils, but we didn't see many high-ranking devils, many supreme devils. We only seen a few of them. So I definitely think the next arc we're going to start seeing more of the devils that were in the 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝. I think we're going to eventually see all the gates open somehow, which would be very interesting. I think Lucifero's heart, what Lucius wanted, is going to have basically another way for them to open the 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝 all at once. But of course, because Lucius is possessed by Astaroth, they needed to get Lucifero out the way. So it makes sense that Lucius and Astaroth made this plan to have Lucifero basically axed and get his heart, so that way when they actually do open up the 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝, Astaroth is in the Order of the Flies, which if you know, the Order of the Flies is a demon group, which Beelzebub is the leader of the Order of the Flies. So I can definitely see Beelzebub and Astaroth having an alliance, which makes sense why if they were to open the 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝 all at once and have all the devils come from all the levels, they're not going to question Beelzebub and Astaroth. Lucifero was basically the devil that was in their way. And of course we didn't see Lucifero at his full power, but if Lucifero at his full power, I could definitely see him being a force to reckon with that could cancel out at least Beelzebub and possibly Astaroth, at least one of them at a time. So with that being said, I think Lucius is going to use Lucifero's heart to do some type of ritual to have the 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝 continuously open. And we're going to see more of the devils of the 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝, and I can't wait to see all the designs because you know how Tabata does the designs well. We're going to see all the demons from the Judeo-mysticism. I can't wait to see their magic as well. Like at this moment, even though it hasn't been confirmed officially, we can all assume that 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚒's power is poison because of his bubble speeches, and also 𝙲𝚘𝚒 the demon in Judeo-mysticism and demonology has a association with poison. And also there's association with like beauty is poison. Somebody can be so beautiful, but if they're beautiful on the outside but on the inside they're basically wicked, it's poison. So that's kind of the idea with that. 𝙲𝚘𝚒's power is going to be poison, but the other devils, it'll be very interesting to see. We've already seen fire and ice, but other devils that come out of the 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝 are going to have most likely elemental powers, and also we could see like a water type 𝚲𝚙𝚑𝚝 devil. We're already seeing devil water magic with Lord of Pacheca, so it's not that big of a stretch to say that there's going to be somebody in the 𝚲𝚑𝚝 with water magic. It'd be cool to see somebody with like steel or mercury magic, something similar to the Silver family's bloodline, but we'll see. Blood magic at this point, I'm getting tired of blood magic. I don't want it to be shown again, but blood magic is another possibility for another devil in the Tree of 𝚘𝚙𝚅. However, when we see all these devils come out, it'd be very interesting to see who pairs with who and how the current cast is going to deal with them. There's a possibility we might get a time skip in the next arc. We could get like a 6 months to a year time skip, because you know how 𝚤𝚘𝚅 likes to do little mini time skips. We already seen a 6-month time skip before, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we get like a year to a half-year time skip, and during that time the current cast probably got better at combating devils. Hopefully we get more explanation as to Saint stage, also Arcane stages as well, because we were mentioned those, but it wasn't really like 100% explained. But how 𝚤𝚅𝚅's taking these 3 months, you can basically assume that he's going to explain it. Well, the devils from the Tree of 𝚘𝚅, when they do come out, I still wonder, what is Astaroth's end goal? Does he want destruction of the world? Does he want to help Oz to become the Wizard King? What is Astaroth after? Does he want the world to be destroyed? Does he want devils to actually exist, not only in the underworld but also in the human world or the real world? Something tells me that Astaroth actually wants devils to control the world. I said before that there's going to be divine beings shown in Black Clover. The only reason why I don't think the last arc showed divine beings is because most likely they saw the outcome of what's going to happen. Asta was going to end up defeating Lucifero, and they most likely know that 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚛 gave Lucifer's heart to Lucius. So what I think is going to happen is that when divine beings do get introduced, because there is divine beings, there's just been too many hints that there's angelic beings. Elves have some type of association with divine beings, and we've been mentioned there's a couple of gods, there's Valkyries, and then we also saw that Rill literally painted Valhalla in Odin. So we will get them, and I think the reason why they haven't been shown yet is because they saw what Astaroth was doing and they didn't think it was appropriate time to actually visit the world. Or there's a possibility that Astaroth has been manipulating the time to have a favorable outcome so that the divine beings actually wait a little bit more to actually show themselves, so that by the time they actually show themselves, Astaroth has already strengthened the devil race and they can have like a divine war. That would be amazing. Basically, devils versus divine beings, they can have like some type of holy war. But we're still left with Astaroth somehow came out of the real world. We're not entirely sure how Astaroth was able to escape the underworld. We don't entirely know. We know that somehow Lucius was on a wheelchair and somehow now he's able to walk, and he infiltrated the Clover Kingdom for who knows how many decades as Julius. There's something there where Astaroth has something in plan for the destruction of the world, or at least to help the devil race. And I think the Order of the Flies is going to play a major part, because if you know, 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚅 is actually part of the Order of the Flies, and we saw that 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚅 helped Astaroth. There's a connection there. Lucifer or Lucifero is not a part of the Order of the Flies in demonology, so it makes sense what exactly happened at the end of the last arc, where Lucifero basically got killed. 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚅 took his heart and gave it to Lucius. Beelzebub will come to the real world some way or another, and the current cast is most likely going to have to fight Beelzebub and Astaroth at the same time, or one after the other. We know that both of them are basically the strongest devils now, because we're not entirely sure if Lucifero is 100% dead. We know that half of him was still in the underworld, but it's still up in the air where Lucifero is actually there. But at the end of the day, when Lucifero comes out to the real world with half of his body or half of his power, is he going to be of any relevance? Not really. You know, maybe another character could fight him and that'll be interesting, but if you compare him to Beelzebub and Astaroth, who's going to be in their full power, Lucifero is not going to be able to pull much weight if they get into confrontation. So when Beelzebub and Astaroth come out to the real world, I definitely see a lot of humanity being wiped out, or at least seeing divine beings come out. We can start seeing a holy war, and it'll be really cool to see that Saint stage and the 4 spirits in the Black Clover world have a connection to the divine beings. Anyway, that's basically all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think Lucius' plan with Lucifer's heart is. Do you think that all the devils in the Tree of 𝚘𝚅𝚅 are going to eventually come out to the real world? What is the end goal of Astaroth? Does he want a holy war? Like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.